Okay, so welcome back to my channel. So today we have a new entry into the MCU's Spotlight label, which is a parallel to Marvel's Spotlight label. And let me see here. So it's going to be directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who just announced yesterday, I think, that he's leaving Avengers the Kang Dynasty. Now, he's got a lot on his plate. He's doing a lot of Disney stuff, so Marvel stuff, MCU stuff. So it could easily be that it's just that. Not that everybody's having an absolute meltdown about Marvel pivoting away from the Kang storyline. I still am not sure if they're really pivoting away or if this was something they were planning on doing regardless. Because, the Kang storyline is very weird. So you could easily either recast Kang or, just show him very little and just have him be a spotlight of one movie. Because if you think about it, that was what happened with Thanos. It's not like he was a built up character. So it could easily be that they just won't feature Kang very much, but he'll still be the big bad of Avengers 5. And then they can pivot away and do like Doctor Doom. But anyway, tangent. So, Wonder Man, however, is going to join Echo as the MCU's Spotlight label. And so what it says here is that the Spotlight label is just like in the comics. It's just not exactly a one shot, but a one series shot. That it's not just a limited series, but it doesn't really connect with anything. It's not like you have to have watched, 14 years worth of material to understand what's going on. Now, my only problem with that is that's great. They should have that. They should have projects that, you don't have to have, just like in the comics, you shouldn't have to read the entire library of comics to understand one story. However, the people who are watching these shows are already invested in Marvel. They're already probably watching every movie and most, if not every TV show. So, same thing with the movies. But the casual fans, if they're casual fans, they're going to be only watching the movies that get released. Those are the ones who either needed to not be connected or, like, I heard this happen with the Marvels, you have to bring people up to speed. Okay, you don't watch every project, so let's tell you who this person is, like in the Marvels. Who's Monica? Why does she have powers? Who's Kamala? Why does she have powers? That sort of thing. So, it's great that they're doing this, but, you know, it's not the TV series that require this, especially if you're going to do something esoteric like Echo or Wonder Man, because you'd have to be a major fan of either the MCU or the comics to even know who these people are. So, I mean, Echo was introduced in Hawkeye, so okay, fine. We have not heard of Wonder Man. If you don't follow the comics or follow channels that follow the comics, you have no idea who this person is. So, it's not the casual fans who are going to be watching this. Unless they're a big fan of the actor. But we'll get to that in a second. So, I thought at first that that meant that Marvel Spotlight was going to also be hardcore. Like Echo, they said, is going to be TV mature. So I thought all of the spotlights were going to be like that, but they're not saying anything about that for Wonder Man. But based on what kind of a character he is, I guess that's fine. Alright, so let's see if there's anything else. Well, let's get into who's playing Wonder Man, because I mentioned that some people might just watch it for the actor. And I'm probably going to butcher the name, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. And for those who probably say, okay, that name means nothing, he was in Aquaman, and not only was he in Aquaman, he was Black Manta. So if you're a fan of him in that role, he was also in Candyman, but I don't know about you guys, I never saw it. I barely even registered that it existed as a movie. So, let's see. Wonder Man will resume filming following Thanksgiving. So, I don't know when it's supposed to drop. So, Wonder Man also stars Demetrius Gross as Grim Reaper. That screams he's going to be a bad guy. With a name like that, that's got to be a villain. Ben Kingsley as Trevor Slattery. Yay, Trevor's back. So, I wonder how they're going to explain Trevor then. If this is supposed to be a self-contained story, I wonder how they're going to explain who Trevor is. Or even if they're going to explain that there is a backstory with him. Maybe they're just going to treat everything like, oh, you don't have to know the backstory of these characters, or maybe they will tell us who Trevor is. And Lauren Glazier in a currently unknown role. Okay, Andrew Guest serves as showrunner, and Destin Daniel Cretton will remain on the series as an executive producer while directing the first 2 episodes. Okay. So that is all I have about Wonder Man. And with that, I told you that these announcements are coming fast and furious. But with that, I will see you guys in the next video.